Hello everyone, welcome to The Geekdom, the place where we outcast come to talk about the things we love. And today we are going to be talking about the new show, Your Friendly Neighbourhood Spider-Man. Great show, loving it so far. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. You're going to make a figure with me, and we're going to be making the homemade suit from the start of the show. Now I love this suit, it's got some really, really cool design choices, but I'll walk you through that as we go on. So, let's get started.
Right, so first step is we want to make the actual homemade suit. So we're gonna have to check on some like art that we can see. So it's like a jersey. So we're looking for like a sweater or a jersey or something. I'll see what comes up if I hit jersey. As always in these kind of processes, this is just kind of like a blank start where we're just kind of going for a place to build upon. I was thinking about that Ron Weasley torso before because it's got that sort of V-neck that I quite liked. Okay, so this is our base for the figure. We'll just get a few of these elements combined so that there's less stuff that I have to deal with later. Go into our GIMP program. Yes, I know, it's very funny that it's called GIMP. Okay, so we can chop some of these down a little bit. I think we'll predominantly use the standard Spider-Man lenses. I very much doubt we'll use the TASM 2 lenses. We'll start with the torso because that's always the best place to start because it gets you excited about the figure. So what we need is his logo. Okay, so what we need is the logo on the front of his chest. Now, the thing that I hate about this logo is the fact that it is a standard Spider-Man back logo. And when I was watching the first episodes, I was like, you know what, it's kind of cool, like, I know that they're trying to go for something different, but then I saw that they put it on the regular suit, and it was just horrendous, and I really didn't like it. Now, every Spider-Man does their logo slightly differently. So his is very blocky, and we have a circular center. So, best thing to do is probably just to grab a PNG, but I feel like I'm getting duped by this PNG. We need something very blocky like this, and then we've got to stretch it out. That sounds crazy. We'll put this on here, and then we'll downscale it. Yeah, we'll go. Okay, we're gonna do the shaded look. We'll go for the shaded look. Why not? Because I'm not like a cheater. We'll kind of make our own version of this. Yeah. Okay. We'll start with a black layer because that's just a good base to have. Okay, we don't like you. Okay, there we go. Sorted. So we're gonna start on the logo. Naturally has this black outer layer, but we'll make it nice and blue. We need to pick a good blue actually, but I usually like to stick to the actual Lego color palette. I know this palette might be slightly outdated. I think this is from 2016, so there's probably been more color since then, but I think it's a good base to have. I think we'll use this blue for the logos, or maybe a slightly darker blue for the... No. So I think we'll use that as the base color, and then this can be the actual logo color. So we've got alpha to selection. We'll add a new layer to that, and then we'll grow it. Well, we need to shrink it by a hair actually. Shrink, and we'll do it by about 5. I think that's probably appropriate. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll just drag and drop. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, that logo already looks pretty cool, but we can add some tiny bits of shading to make it have that look from the show. So I need to really decrease my pen size actually. Oh, we're already on 2. So the legs each have like a little one of these. So that's simple enough. Figure, and I know that I've not been very present on the YouTube channel for quite a while. I've missed quite a few videos, but hopefully this is the beginning of the return. He's got a few more lines up here, which I don't know, they look a bit dumb, but we'll give them a go anyway. I don't think they have to be too uniform because they're just supposed to be like shading, so... Oh, that was horrendous. Too straight of a line there. Okay, that looks alright. I kind of like that as the logo. We'll just merge that down So we've got the logo layer there, but we'll switch that off for now, and we'll just get started on this. Now, first objective is we have to get rid of all the ugly Ron Weasley stuff, because it looks horrendous. No, I hope we can just get rid of all of this beige stuff all in one fell swoop. Okay, so now we can kind of align everything the way it's supposed to be. I kind of think this is a bit too far over to the right. I know that's how the original design was, but I want it to look a bit closer to the middle. There we go. Right, we'll get rid of this whole segment up here because this is horrendous. So I'm just going to lasso it all. Because it's pretty much just the same process every single time. Obviously, I've been doing it for quite a while, so I kind of know what I'm doing. But it just kind of takes a lot of practice, really. We'll just get rid of all of these excess colours. That should pretty much be our baseline solved. Being that it's a jersey, we could give it some big sleeves and stuff. I don't know whether I want to give him some outlines to kind of make him look a little bit cel-shaded. Like, it might be cool to have, maybe on the sides, we just have these big, thick, black lines. That could be quite cool. Just make him look like he's been penciled. Right, there we go. We'll start with that. Thankfully, he does have this big V. But I might have to downscale that because it's a little bit large. And there we go. Look, beautiful. Okay, that looks okay. Let's see what it looks like with the spider logo. Okay, not bad. So a lot of it relies on this white and black. So we'll draw a smaller brush where we'll draw the sort of segment here. And then right here we'll go across to there. And then, okay, very nice. I think we will continue that sort of drawing style up over the shoulders as well. Yeah. Lovely. That actually looks really cool. We'll start at that bottom of like black and white segment, but obviously we will change that when it comes to the hips because they will have that sort of overlap. Now we don't want to make it look too like straight shot because it needs to look like ruffled, like actual proper clothing. And we'll just do that. Same again there. And then we'll bring that up and round on the bottom. So we can fill that top one in black. That looks absolutely fine. And then the bottom one could go in white as well. Nice. And that's pretty much all the assets besides the belt on the shirt. In fact, no, Freddie, you're lying to the viewers. You're lying to the viewers. You've got to make his sort of like undersuit that goes on top. I know that looks really weird, by the way, that just like random triangle, but you really don't have to be too careful because the only stuff that's going to be shown is the stuff that's within this sort of grid. So I just use that as a way to, oops, there's this wrong one. Do that as a way to just kind of fill in that top section. I'll add a little bit of shading to that because I think it needs it to look a bit more uniform. So we'll just bring that in there. There. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Does he have anything that is needed on his jumper? So we could add a little bit of lining and stuff to his jumper, which might look alright. We'll give that a go. I put a couple of black lines here. Just so that sort of shaded look. Okay, that looks alright. I think I want to bring in some more lines down here. Up a little bit. Okay, very nice. And then I think it's needed some shading. So what we'll do is we'll just paint the torso the color we want it to be. So we can kind of, yes. Okay, the colors look perfect. And with that, we can add some proper color shading here. So what we're going to do is we'll bring that up. In fact, let's add a new layer and do it so that we can afford to be messy. And we'll bring some of that shading in like that. Okay, I like that a lot. I like that very, very much. That looks really, really cool. So I'll get rid of that. Just copy up some of that black stuff. Beautiful. Now, does he have any more of that blue shading that I can add, or can I get started on the belts and stuff? We could add a little bit underneath his other section here. That's not going to be a problem. Just a small amount. Doesn't need to be anything too outlandish or anything. Okay, that looks really nice. Spider logo looks a little bit off center, so we'll just bring it in a little bit, and then we can scale it down ever so slightly because I don't want it to be too massive. Okay, I think that's the full torso completed. You know what, that actually looks really, really nice. Okay, next project, I think easiest hit will be the mask. We're going for the second set, the smaller set. So we can say bye-bye to you. Now the annoying part about this Spider-Man mask is it's got no webs. I mean, it's my favourite part about it, but it just means that we have to cut around all of these webs. Okay, so we've got the lenses, and honestly, I don't think I need to do too much work on them. They've already got all the elements that they like to include. I might add like a little bit of line work actually, just here, if I can get my brush thin enough. Because they do have those sort of like moving lens vibe that they like to have in the MCU and stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of the new Spider-Man voice actor. I thought he was okay in What If for that short appearance, but I don't know. I think the representation of Spider-Man as a whole is really good, but I just don't know about his voice. I'm just not the world's biggest fan. So the beautiful thing about this mask, as I've said, is that it's got no webs and stuff, so I don't have to do much work, but we can still find a way to make it unique. We'll just grab this little head texture that I keep. So we've got the nose bridge. We've got this little nosy thing here that shows that he's got a nose. But I do think that I've missed something on the other bit of torso though that we can just quickly add on there. Just got to grab some dark red because he's got like a smaller little V-neck underneath it. We'll just do that, and then we'll do that. Okay, that looks actually okay, and it gets the point across. We'll go back to black, and we'll just Amy Winehouse, and then we'll just go down there and tidy her up a little bit. Okay, so we've drawn these big ass, low-bar ass headgear, and because it's a cartoon, there's not a great amount of detail to put in because they obviously have to draw it or whatever every single frame. We've drawn that. It looks nice. Legs are done. That was really easy. I could do some side printing, but Lego never ever do that, and I'd feel weird. And we're gonna have all the side printing on the legs. No, we're gonna keep it bog standard. Keep it bog standard. Okay, so sleeves. No, that looks terrible.
Okay,
we've had to completely redraw the web shooters because they were the wrong type, which is really kind of inconvenient. I'm wondering whether we should put some of the like pipes on the arms. We could just have them like trailing off like that. Just bring them in. Because I wanted to include the pipes some way, but it's just so difficult to make that work on a Lego minifigure. We'll do the pipes in a metal grey again, because I like metal grey. And then we'll get rid of all of you. Wonderful. And then that's just got to be all done in red, and then that top section's got to be done in blue. Now the beautiful things about arms is that they are symmetrical most of the time, so I can just copy this all over. Do I add a bit of the shading again? Is it worth it? Or do I do like some of the outliney stuff again? I don't know. I think I'll just leave it for now. I think the torso has enough, and I'll put it on the legs. Doing shading on arms on a Lego figure is so difficult, and it never has a nice effect. I realised that the hard way when I was doing the Spider-Verse figures and stuff. The shading looks kind of odd sometimes. It's just better to go without. And I think that arm looks kind of nice. I mean, if we just copy that over, that'll do nicely when we port it over to Mecha Bricks. So this is the leg. Woo! Right, I'm basically using this bottom section as a guide for where I want the knee pads and stuff. We'll put over that sort of like overlayer as well, just to make sure we get everything like perfect how we like it. But yeah, for guides of locations for like knee pads and stuff, I think it's good to have. I do want him to be wearing his shoes, so we'll get started on that first. Okay, we need to make sure that all of these are coloured properly. So this hip, it might give us a bit of trouble when we actually put it over to Mecha Bricks. So we are going to use this shade of blue that we have been using throughout this whole process. Just got to make sure that everything is coloured properly. This is our leg. I think it looks really nice. Obviously, we have to add these knee pads now. And the knee pads, they're a bit strange looking. We just got to do like a box on the front of the leg. And we'll start off with that black once again. We'll add a little bit of curve to the box. I don't want it to be too straight and narrow. Yeah, there we go. I want it to look like, obviously Peter Parker in this universe is like a dumpster diver. I want it to look like stuff he's just kind of found. So some like old skateboarding pads and stuff. We'll add that. We'll just add those same line textures that we added to the belt and stuff, and just hope that it all makes it all look nice and uniform. We'll just get that same shade of grey back. And there we go, beautiful. Okay, we need to make that inner shin pad like a dark red, because it's like a stark contrast to the red on the rest of the suit from what I can see in the show. I think. Yeah, we'll give that a whirl. We'll give that a whirl. So that is our leg. Now, same as with the arms, we can pretty much just pull it over, flip it, and then we should be done. So now we'll put it all into Mecha Bricks. I'll catch up with you in a second, and then we can just kind of do some cool poses and a few renders. Now, he has like fingerless gloves, but I think I'm just gonna have to do black, because that probably suits it more. And we'll slap the head on. And there he is. He actually looks really good. I'm really pleased with this figure. I love the torso. I think the legs look really nice, the mask too. So the only thing left to do is to take him into Blender and put him in some really cool poses and stuff. So I will put those in the video now.
Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, feel free to like and subscribe down below. It does go a really long way. As I said, we are this close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help us get there, that would be amazing. If you did like this sort of style of video, like making the figures with me, do let me know. It was a good bit of fun for me, and I do want to make the other suits from the show, so just let me know which ones you want me to make and in what order. Well, anyway, everyone, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.